Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we've got a couple of issues here for sure. We need to bring up our naval cap, and that needs to go up by at least, I think 150? Let's double check that here. This is going to be 1150, so 200. Okay, so 200 naval cap, no, 300. 300 naval cap, that'll be, can I math? Yes, I can math, 300. Okay, so we're off to a great start here. That's wonderful. Our Dyson Swarm Array in Phagor is going to be done very soon. We're at 95% there, and that will, of course, be helpful for us. We're going to continue to work on getting upgrades done, and where else are we going to want to build a Dyson Swarm Array? Well, the answer is somewhere. Zeron has finished up its Titan assembly yards. That's great. And we're still just working on banking up alloys for the time being. We can bank up quite a lot of them, but we don't want to further expand our forces just yet. And for the moment, I'm very content building tall. I'm having a great time with building tall right now, and I see no reason at this moment to be pressed into expansion. So that sounds great. We're going to build ourselves a Dyson Swarm here. Or rather, upgrade a Dyson Swarm. And then I want to look around for another good location to build one. And it might end up being Barnard Star. Yep, this should be a good one. So we're going to build the Dyson Swarm Array here, and that'll be fine. Let's get going on that. Fantastic. So do we have any jobs that we need to get done right now? The answer is no. That's fine. We've got a bunch of construction ships constructionating, and that seems wonderful. Specifically, we've got 5 of them going here. And we've got a lot of work to do yet on that front. Now, we are full on astral threads, and there's not really... Oh, there are things we can do about it. Physics Insight and Astral Boost. Sounds great. We're very, very pleased to do that. We don't want to be overcapped if we can help it. Now, of course, we're going to be losing our energy credits fairly soon. That is a bit of a problem. We do want to boost up our Dyson Swarm constellation, but for the moment, this is fine. We have the Deep Space Black Site done, and that was really more of a reroll, but this would give us an Ascension perk. And it's not all that expensive. Here's a question. Do we need an Ascension perk? Probably. Yes, we need 1 Ascension perk from tech. So that's fine. And what would we end up going for? I feel like we could definitely get our starbase capacity and naval capacity up without it. Without a perk here. We could grab Grasp the Void, but I don't think that's... I don't think there's a reason to do that right now. I'm not sure what we would end up going for. Perhaps Master Builders. We've been doing a fair amount of megastructure construction, and being able to build a second megastructure at the same time and build them 50% faster would probably be pretty good. Let's grab Ascension Theory, and we'll get going on that. Of course, we're also going to want to get orbital rings building, but that is something that we'll need to wait for a bit on, because it's going to take us some time. Now, over here in Aglomia, I want to make sure that that's all good. Where are our mega structures located at? Are they in here? Structures. Okay. That's interesting. Wait, we can... No, we can't upgrade these. I was going to say, yeah, that makes more sense. So these are in this tab here. That's absolutely fine. Our council agenda is ready, and let's launch that agenda. Next up, what are we interested in? Well, possibly specialist pop resource output. I believe that our technicians are workers, not specialists. Let's double check that. Correct. So that's not going to boost our output of energy credits, but our energy credit output is boosted from our previous agenda. So Preserve the Order is boosting that by 10%. So that's fine. In which case, I do think that we would be pretty well off to do either Progressive Growth or Favored Society. I'm going to go for Progressive Growth, I feel like, although... Resources from jobs, plus 20% on the launch effect. That's interesting for sure. I think we're going to go for the Progressive Growth. Let's get some pops in here. I could definitely be delighted to have additional pops. We'll resettle you over to somewhere that is a generator world but has available jobs or expansion room, such as Mars Generator. Over you go. So you're now unemployed on Mars Generator, and that's fine. We are delighted to put in a generator district here. Okay, so on Earth, we're going to need to do the same thing. We're going to need to move you over to Mars Generator. And then we're on Alpha Centauri mining, we've already dealt with. No problem there. Okay. On Golba Science, we are actually needing some minerals here. So we're going to sell off some Zero, and we're going to use that to buy in 1,000 minerals. We definitely need to work on our raw resource acquisition. Minerals and energy credits. Those are a big, big thing. But we're going to continue to grab research upgrades as well. So that's fine. Okay, that'll do for now, and then on the Mars Generator world, we're continuing to work on this generator district. Each of these is going to produce 57 at this moment, so that's not bad. We are going to be low on amenities here, but we just need one more pop here, and then we can upgrade our planetary capital, and that'll happen at the outside in 34 months. So that should be reasonably okay. Nothing too major there in theory. This research station here is currently producing 4 dark matter, and we probably do want to do zero-G research districts. Yeah, almost certainly we do. So something like an astral siphon here would work as well. That'll be fine. Let's put in our zero-G research districts, but I also want 3 reactor districts here. So temporarily, we're going to put in, or maybe not as temporarily, we're going to put in an energy grid here, and then we're going to put in reactor districts. So I want to get additional minerals for that. There we go. We'll just max out these reactor districts for the moment, and that'll be fine. Orbital rings are now unlocked. Ooh, mega cannon. Okay. Do we want mega cannon is a question that should be asked. Probably. Let's see. 88.81 bonus to shield, reduction to armor. But it's not that big of a reduction to armor. Okay, so 88.1. I want to hop in here and check on this. So it's about the same amount of damage as the particle lance. I actually feel like the particle lance is better for us. We can get through the shields very quickly with these kinetic batteries, and then the particle lance can just wreck armor and hull. So I feel like we don't actually need mega cannons. So in that case, what do we want to go for? Well, we could reroll this by getting like crystal infused plating, or actually modular engineering could be a good reroll as well, or swarmer missiles, or defense platform hull points. Any of these would be a good reroll, actually. Let's grab defense platform hull points. Not that we have any defense platforms, but we're also not planning on using swarmer missiles or the regenerative armor. So that's all fine. What type of armor was that again? Crystal infused plating. Yeah. I don't like to use this because it is hull points specifically, and it's generally not all that great. So we're going to grab the defense platform hull points instead. I know it's also hull points, but it doesn't, that's a natural thing, right? It doesn't require a slot. So we're going to resettle you over to the Mars Generator world. That, of course, means Mars Generator is going to require an additional structure. So over to Mars Generator we go, and that is, of course, going to be the planetary capital. So that will boost up amenities and give us at least one job. It'll give us multiple jobs and a building slot. So that'll all be good. Wonderful. We're going to need the building slot as we start working on our mining districts, for sure. But this is going to work out reasonably nicely. So the planetary capital will also help with the amenities there. I'm not too concerned about it. This tech world wants a system capital complex, and we can certainly sell off some dark matter in order to get the minerals for that. Our mineral gains are low at this moment. This arc furnace can be upgraded, and I definitely want to do that. Let's get going on that. That is the one in Borbo. Yeah, that seems fine. Definitely get going on that. So Sirius Industrial requires an upgrade somewhere. The only upgrade possible is civilian replica complexes, which we will happily do. Cool. That's going to put us reasonably positive in our consumer goods. And we're already reasonably positive. It's good enough is where we are on our consumer goods. We can probably sell off a few of these, but I'm not going to do that for now. We'll keep them around in case we run into problems later on. Now, flak artillery, we already determined we weren't going to be utilizing. We've got antimatter missiles, improved strike craft, flak artillery. Juggernauts are interesting, for sure. And we would need the colossal assembly yards in our shipyards. So this is not necessarily a terrible thing to grab. What I'm really interested in here is level 2 artillery, and that hasn't come available yet. So let's just continue re-rolling with antimatter missiles. That's going to be a 4-month research, so that'll be very, very quick.
Construction project concluded.
Excellent. We just finished up a mining station, which probably indicates that the CAR Pacific is done in Aglomia. Indeed. And where do we want to go next? Well, I would like to go somewhere that has a lot of things in it, right? Somewhere like perhaps... Makura? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. So 5 up here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, theoretically. So what we could do is we could come over here and build an arc furnace. Although we're capped on arc furnaces. Okay, if we're capped on arc furnaces, then that means that we should instead look for a location to build a Dyson swarm. And this would be a good location for that. Cool. So we'll get going on that. That is absolutely fine. So we know that there's no more arc furnaces to be built at this moment, and we're reasonably okay with this. So Defense Grid Supercomputer has finished. These are all pretty mediocre. Let's grab Ion Disruptor, just get it out of the way. I don't plan on using it, but that'll be fine. I'm not super interested in anything in that category as of right now that is currently available. So that'll be fine. Concluded. We are full on minor artifacts, and we should reverse engineer arcane technology. 10% research speed for 5 years is not bad. We'll also find peaceful applications, and that will reduce our amenities usage, and we'll also sell to private collectors because we're still struggling with our energy credits, although we're getting there. Our energy credit situation is definitely improving. So this generator world here is currently maxed out. There's nothing else that we can put in here, so I want to send them over to the Mars generator. Fantastic. So that planetary capital is going in here. I'm also going to put in another generator district. We'll call that good for now. Concluded. And that, of course, is our antimatter missiles finishing up. So, quantum missiles, swarmer missiles, repeatable missile tech for our explosives, Titan hull points, which will take a while, but would be pretty good. 73 months on that? I kind of don't want to spend 73 months on it right now. Let's grab swarmer missiles, get those out of the way. We still have engineering research that we're interested in fishing for, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Hi, Zeron. I wonder if Shattered Worlds would be boosted by arc furnaces, because this would be a pretty decent place for an arc furnace in theory. But right now, we are set up the way we want to be, as far as arc furnaces go. Now, I would like to build out these astro mining bays, as many of them as we can, and then make a save and delete the arc furnace and just find out. But that's going to take a long time before we've got that done. So I'm not too concerned about that right now. Let's get a planetary administration on Alpha Centauri mining. That'll be fine. What else do we need to get here? Well, this fortress world requires an upgrade, and it's... What are we interested in putting in here? It wouldn't be optimal to do, like, anything. We're full on building slots at this point. I'd like to delete our identity repository that's here, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I'm thinking right now that we just put in a generator district. We can fit in a number more districts, and we can go for mining and generator and help out those two situations. They're not going to be optimal because we're not going to have the boosting building for them. But what else are we going to do there, right? So that seems reasonably fine. Without any building slots, I think that's about the best we can do right now. So it sounds good. Yeah, we're going to run out of energy credits. That is absolutely understood. Let's sell off some of our 0, and that'll be fine for now. So we're definitely going to want to have one of these worlds be a fortress world, most likely, or just anywhere where we have empty building slots and we have no idea what to do with it. Because I feel like we're doing okay on refineries at this point, and we probably want to do something along those lines. So what are we interested in here? Building cost reduction is kind of irrelevant, to be honest. I guess we could grab, like, encryption. Battleship hull points. Okay. Well, we're still having difficulty fishing the tech that we actually want. We can grab city district housing, not like we need it, but it's a quick tech to research and continue to roll. So that'll be fine. Enable council veto. Rude. Actually, I think we're on the council, aren't we? Last time I checked. I'm pretty sure that the president is these guys, but we are the strongest economy in our federation. Hang on. No, I want this. The galactic community. Okay, so the council is, I think, where do we see that again? Here we go. Yeah, we're on the council. So council vetoes are okay by us. Sounds absolutely fine. This generator station requires some work. Minus 300 energy credits? Oof. Okay. Well, we'll build a reactor district here, and this is, of course, going to generate us 76 energy credits per month, which is pretty solid. We could also upgrade our energy nexus and boost that further. And I'm going to do both. We're going to get that going. Fantastic. So that looks good economically, and we do have a megastructure upgrade available, so we definitely want to get these borehole pumps online. Let's get going on that. How are we doing on construction ships? Well, the Ganges isn't doing anything right now. It just built this arc furnace and all of its related sundry goods, so that's fine. We could come down over here and think about building some sort of a habitat, which I feel like would be reasonably okay. So we can definitely come down and build a habitat central complex. Cool. So that looks fine. I want to check in here. Yeah, there's not really anything that we want to do here right now, so we'll just hold off on that for the moment. And yes, I am aware that we do have this astral rift up here. I don't really see a reason to explore it right now. I mean, it would probably be ultimately quasi-useful, but it's not a high priority sort of thing. So this industrial world here, we definitely want to resettle over to Mars. There we go. And you are now unemployed, which is fine. We've got a generator district coming in, and we've got this building slot available as well. We just finished up our housing because, you know, we definitely need lots of additional housing. Habitation modules for orbital rings would be potentially completely useless. So there's that. It'd be a fairly quick research, though. But let's grab modular engineering. That's the cheapest we have available right now. So that looks good. This generator district is going to finish here. We're at -7 amenities here. That is absolutely understood. And this just hasn't updated yet. Okay. Looks good. Cool. So jobs are solidly under control at this time. We're currently making 1,200 alloys per month. That's a pretty good amount of alloys per month. And our minerals and our energy credits have both improved significantly. So we're seeing 2 arc furnaces here, but I don't think this is indicating the ones that are completed. Like, for example, the one in Aculum. Yeah, it's not in this list. It is completed, but it's not in the list. Wow, we're almost positive on our energy credits right now. Remarkable. And this is even with our starbase cap and naval cap basically untouched, for the record. We've done nothing about them. We've just built up our economy. And that's fine. There's multiple ways to address these issues, right? And I definitely think that we should boost up our naval cap 100%. I would like to get us up to about that 1150 marker, and that is certainly something we're interested in doing. But that will require either boosting our starbase cap or getting another fortress world or 2 going. And that's something we can certainly think about doing. No doubt about that. Let's check our expansion planner and see if we forgot to colonize anywhere. No, we did not. Okay, that is fine. I just wanted to make sure about that. The other thing we could do is we could take detox in order to terraform the 3, I believe, toxic worlds that are within our empire. I'm not sure that that's something we really want to do. Okay, let's grab the battleship hull points. It's not the fastest of rerolls, but we're not having great luck on that. The formless have given us a reward. Okay. We probably... Do we want the physics technology, or do we want pops? I kind of want pops.
Research
okay,
concluded.
We actually have to choose one of these. Gotcha. We need your knowledge. Cool. So Ascension Theory just finished up, and what else are we interested in grabbing here? Well, we could grab Paradise Domes. Not that we need them. Chemical Bliss is something we could research as a reroll, but to be honest, I don't feel like we need to reroll our society research that much, although getting access to additional naval cap and starbase cap both comes from society research. So maybe we should reroll it. Cool. This tech world needs an upgrade, and we'll get a research complex going there. This mining station, we certainly need to put in an astro mining bay. And I'm also going to boost up this mineral purification hub. I'm going to do it in this order. So currently this is producing quite a lot. And it's going to produce a whole lot more. So that looks good. This refinery world requires a job. And we need a building slot here more than anything. So I'm going to put in a city district. That will solve that for now. Looks solid. Okay. So at this point, we have astral threads overcapped. Not too much to do about that. We are making a positive gain in energy credits and minerals at this moment. That looks very good. We can select our Ascension perk, and we could go Detox. I'm thinking Master Builders, though. Megastructure build speed and build capacity would be very useful for us. So let's grab that, and that, of course, means that we can immediately begin work on upgrading our Science Nexus, which is what I want to do. So we'll get going on that, and then our Dyson Swarm here can also get upgraded. Looks good. Wonderful. I wonder if these are also increased in their build speed. I don't know. That would be interesting. But we are, of course, still building a mega structure, I believe, with here. Yeah, that's a sentry array. So that'll be fine. We just want to work on getting caught up on these, right? So that'll be absolutely wonderful. Once our mega structures are built, once our habitats are built, we can start thinking about expansion at that point. But that's a ways in the future, to be honest. We're doing pretty well here. So we have this Dyson Swarm, and we do have the Danube here. And I'd like to head down, I think, to Maraean. It's going to be really slow to get around here. I'm wondering if we can build a habitat over the Astral Rift, like an orbital over that. For now, I'd like to come over to this barren world, and we'll build a habitat right on over this way. Beautiful. That's going to take some time. It's going to be slow moving out there. And that's understood. No problem whatsoever there. So this industrial world has a planetary administration. We'd like it to have a planetary capital because it's currently lacking a ministry of production. But we could certainly put in an alloy foundry here. And that is indeed exactly what we're going to do. Chemical Bliss has finished. And let's go for the Strategic Coordination Center is actually really good for us. Do it. 83 months out, that's absolutely fine. I would be delighted to get that finished. Excellent. We also have a structure that we can work on? No, we don't. I'm not sure why this was saying we had a notification here, because we definitely don't have a structure that we can work on here. Whatever, it's fine. No problems. So let's check in on our jobs. We've got 6 planets with unemployment, but Hadnock Prime is one of them, and we need to do something about this. So this is set up as a mining station right now. We've also got chemical plants on it. I am thinking about putting fortresses on here. I feel like we're okay for right now on our rare resources, although exotic gas production wouldn't go amiss. I think that for the moment, putting a stronghold in and getting some more naval cap would be magnificent. So let's do that for right now. We've got this tech world, which of course needs a research complex upgrade. That looks fine. Anything else over here? For the moment, that is a negative. Okay, so look at how slowly we're moving here. This is because there's lots and lots of environmental hazards here. Lots of environmental hazards. Sublight speed reduction of 50%. Yeah, it's going to take a while, and that's absolutely fine. That's one of those toxic worlds up over there. And this Forge world requires some form of job. I think an industrial district would be good here, but we can also, let's see, this is a Forge world specifically. So if we upgraded an industrial district, we'd get 2 metallurgist jobs, whereas this would get us also 2 metallurgists, but increase the mineral upkeep of metallurgists, but also increase the alloys from metallurgists. Let's do it. Interesting, that's the way that works now? I wonder when they made that change. I just now noticed that. Okay, so it used to be that these just provided metallurgist jobs. This now works basically the same way. Ooh, hang on. Apparently I required coughing. Fantastic. This now works essentially the exact same way that the Energy Nexus does. And presumably this does as well. Yeah, okay, so we should upgrade those whenever possible. Beautiful. We need an advanced research complex here. This mining world needs to be resettled to somewhere, probably Mars Generator for now. And that, of course, means Mars Generator needs some work. We're lacking the minerals. I'm going to buy 5,000 of them, but we're also going to upgrade a research complex here. On Mars Generator, for the moment, we're still working on building generator districts, so that'll be fine. On this Forge world, we should absolutely upgrade both of these, since we now know exactly how that works. That is something that should be done. This is an industrial world? Yeah. Any of these industrial worlds should have their alloy nanoplants and civilian fabricators maxed out as of right now. So this is a refinery world here. What else do we have? We've got Sirius Industrial. You are maxed out. Okay, and then we've got Nahal Industrial. We should absolutely get a civilian Replicomplex maxing there. And then on Earth, we can resettle this over to Mars Generator, which has 2 unemployment at this moment that will be fixed by this generator district. I'm going to put in a mineral purification plant here for now, just to take up that building slot. And that will be fine for now. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue our mega construction. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time. I don't know what was up with that slightly awkward pause there.